Okay, welcome to Chief Architect. Let's get started by selecting and building out some walls in the Build tab. So we're going to build these walls out. I'm going to dimensions that are normally used in construction, like 32 or 16. It's just good practice, you know. So we're gonna go ahead. We have 4 exterior walls built here. And then it shows us our living area down below at 512 square feet. Okay. And here I went into and created a lot for this. Okay. And I'm just kind of clicking on the outside pieces of the rectangle and bringing those out a little bit, giving myself a little bit bigger of a lot. And I'm just going to try and line up a couple windows in here, sort of building from scratch without a plan currently. And I'm just sort of checking my windows to make sure that they are even on both sides here. Now I have right-clicked inside of my floor. And after that, you can change the room type. So I've changed the room type to a kitchen. And now I'm going to put in some interior walls. So I'm going to go build interior wall here. And now they're both labeled as kitchen, so we'll have to change that here soon. Okay, now I'm going to drop a doorway in. And now all the icons for these under the build column are also featured working across the top as icons there. So you don't always have to click into build to put stuff into your floor plan. Okay, so now I've changed the one to a dining room. And I'm just going to move this out so my kitchen is a little bit smaller. So you can just select that whole wall, even with that doorway in there, and I can just left click it and then just drag it over. Okay, this gives me also some dimensions to the windows, and realize that the window dimensions are also, you can, continually change stuff as you go. Okay, now I'm putting a door in. Okay, so, and that was a hinge door. And actually we want to be careful to have all hinge doors swinging into a wall. Okay, so I'm going to have to right click that doorway and then change hinge opening side. Okay. There are some pop-up windows that don't seem to be getting recorded on my screen recordings, so bear with me. If you right-click stuff, more menus will show up. Okay, now I put in a bay window. I'll probably have to select some sort of a countertop filler for this and go back into this part because I do plan to have some cabinets to go run along that wall. But I just really like the look and feel of a bay window next to a sink. It's like a good place to add like a plant or something. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop a few of these base cabinets down. Those were also in the build menu. And I guess I'm trying to figure out where do I want to put any more stuff. So I can put the sink right on top of one of these base cabinets. And I can put a dishwasher into one of the base cabinets. I can put the stove in as well. Maybe I want to put the stove over the bay window. So let's go ahead and look at Chief Architect core catalogs and take a look. And these are pretty fun to be able to access these catalogs. And if your library browser isn't open, I believe that's in view or window where you can select and get that library window or library browser to come back up. Okay, so I'm kind of just like scrolling through, taking a look, and we're just going to settle with this standard range top here. Okay, what else do I want to put in? Type in sink. And I've got an apron front sink at my house, so I think I'm going to go with the same. Boom. And that's just a left click to drop it. Okay, now I'm going to look up a dishwasher and drop a dishwasher in. Click it, drag it, and drop it. Okay. They also have some symbols in there. All right, let's grab the tape measuring tool and just sort of measure it back and forth and make sure that our work triangle is working right now. And yeah, it's about 8.5 to 9 feet, so just barely makes that work triangle work there with the way the kitchen's situated. Starting to see a problem with that window and that base cabinet. Definitely have some problems there. Base cabinet's covering the window. Okay, let's get a proper dining room table and drop that in. Okay, we'll throw another door in. Make sure the hinge is going the right way. It should always be swinging into a wall. And here we're going to throw in a slab, okay? And the slabs usually need to get manipulated so that they're nice and flush with that doorway. We'll take a look at another view here. This is a three-dimensional floor overview, and you can find this view in 3D at the top. Two views at the same time, which is kind of nice to be able to work in both views. Okay, you can manipulate this house in both views. Things get updated in real time in both views. Let's go ahead and change the color of the house. Change the color and change the material, really. It looks like more of like a vinyl siding currently. So let's right click that. And a box will come up showing you what type of materials that you've selected for that exterior wall. And I've just changed it to a knotty pine exterior. Okay. And you can do the same thing with the interior walls as well if you right click those interior walls. Another way to do it is just to click on the spray can, and under there, material tabs will open up. I know you can't view it on here because the pop-ups are blocked for some reason on the recording part of the software. But I've chosen a new color, and it's like an aquamarine blue. And then basically I just take that paint roller icon and I can click on all of the different walls. And if I select that globalized icon up on top, I can left click and then drag that around so I can move around the house very easily or rotate around. Oops, I hit the grass. Better click edit, undo. Okay, grass is back. Okay, let's take a look at this tab, or the slab. So we'll click on the global icon and use the mouse to zoom in a little bit. then I've right-clicked this slab, and what I needed to do is be actually on the ground. So I need to change the absolute 0, and it still looks like it's floating a little bit. And I'm just going to drag that down a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Very nice. Okay, I went to build roof, and then in that tab I clicked build auto rebuild roofs or auto rebuild roof planes, and this came up. So the hip roof is the default roof type that you can choose from, but you can do all kinds of different roofs in here. You can do landscaping stuff. Well, hopefully you found this tutorial interesting and helpful as you guys get started with Chief Architect. And again, the idea today is just to kind of build out a kitchen, maybe a dining area, and close it up, make some customizations, make some changes to it, get used to where all the buttons and stuff are and what some of the buttons are that do things. Thanks for watching.